Have you been hanging and banging, brothers and sisters? Have you been in the gym, pumping that iron, and getting yourself in top shape? If so, you need to fuel your body, and nobody can do it better for you at a better price and a better quality product than our friends at Best Price Nutrition. That's bestpricenutrition.com. 1-800-499-4810. They got free shipping on orders over $99 in the USA. They even have a 30-day return policy. Ladies and gentlemen, Best Price Nutrition is where it's at. Listen up, Supermod fans. Chicagoland Games Dice Dojo is the spot for tabletop gamers to enjoy their hobby through great products and even better events. Dice Dojo has the best variety of board games, RPGs, miniature games, and trading card games like Magic and Pokemon in the city. Check out their many events, including dozens of tournaments and their famous free board game night on Wednesdays. Check out their website at chicagolandgames.com or find them on Facebook at Chicagoland Games. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 1987 Supermod. This is the Christmas series. It's AWA and WWF all month long, as you know. And of course, the month is winding down here. We're getting closer and closer to New Year celebrations. So we're back in action tonight, live and in living color, beaming across the satellite system, to quote superstar Billy Graham. We're back in action, everybody, with the World Wrestling Federation. Tonight, we have a show scheduled for the San Diego Sports Arena, and we're ready to run that show. Okay, so we're dealing with no broadcasters, so we're going to save that. It's going to tell us we're sure. Yes, we're sure. No broadcasters. All right, absent workers, nothing but our usuals and enhancement talent. Alex Knight, who got himself injured in another promotion, probably the AWAs, who I think he's working for. Here we go. Trouble with the Iron Sheik. All right. Iron Sheik was using soft drugs. He was caught, but it was secretly. So obviously he's smoking some pot. So we are going to fine the Iron Sheik. He's unhappy, but it was a positive impact. And Ken Patera has taken Al Navarro as a protege. Thanks, Kenny P. We appreciate your commitment to helping us develop young talent. Okay, so this show is pretty cool. I actually took a very similar, almost identical card to what was actually run on this date in the San Diego Sports Arena. So it's pretty cool. I just made some minor changes where I had to, and it's really not even worth discussing. But here we go. It is legit card. So we're going to have Iron Mike Sharpe against Sivi in the opener. We have a ladies tag title match. Candice, Pardue, and Velvet McIntyre are going to face the Glamour girls for the World Wrestling Federation World Tag Team title. Frenchy Martin is going to mix it up with Sam Houston here. This is going to be Sam Houston's debut match for us. Special Delivery Jones is going to face the debuting Rick Rude. Ken Patera is going to mix it up with the Honky Tonk Man here. The Killer Bees are going to face Demolition. Tito Santana will be in singles action against the Macho Man Randy Savage here. And then our main event, it's a huge main event. Butch Reed, the Iron Sheik, and Nikolai Volkoff will face the Junkyard Dog, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and Hulk Hogan. Now, I don't know if the Iron Sheik just got sent home, but if he did, we'll make that adjustment and make that change. So, with that said, everybody, again, we're back in action here at the WWF. This has been an exciting save. It appears to be a crowd-friendly, fan-friendly save. And for those of you that don't know, all of the month of January will be nothing but the WWF save each and every day. So here we go, everybody. Let's get to booking. All right, Sharpe versus Afi here in the opener. And I'm going to leave this one open-ended because it doesn't matter to me who wins. I do find it fascinating that the WWF did still do matches like this on the house shows. It's pretty cool, actually. And I'll be implementing some more of that myself into the save as we move on. So, obviously, it's not an enhancement match. So that one is booked. Whoever wins, wins. And it's perfectly cool with me. Here we go with our ladies tag title match. We're going to have Pardue and McIntyre versus the Glamour Girls. And let me double check the time there. They are going 12 minutes here. So Pardue and McIntyre versus the Glamour Girls. And they are the Ladies World Tag Team Champions. All right, here we go. And I think there's the Glamour Girls right there. And there's McIntyre and Pardue. So I'll actually change this up. Auto name, there we go. It fixes itself. And we'll indicate the title is on the line. And I just added Candice Pardue, and I just added another lady wrestler that I found out about. I've been doing a ton of research, everybody, in the 1987 WWF, and everything new I find, I put into the game, and I'll put into the save the best I can, but it's not the easiest thing to do, but it's been a blast. All right, so we are going to have Judy Martin get the win here, and it's going to be tainted because these women were just dirty, no-good cheaters. All right, that one's booked. The ladies' tag title is on the line. And here we have Frenchy Martin and Sam Houston. I think we all know how this one's going to go. And here we go. Martin versus Houston. Sam Houston making his big debut for us here. And this is true to life. The WWF brought in Sam Houston. And Frenchy Martin does not mind taking the loss. That's what he's here for. Here is Sam Houston. Sam Houston's going to get the win. Oh, no. We're dealing with this crap again. Now, we know that Martin had to have had the stamina. Again, if you're a wrestler in the 80s, you can go a half hour if you have to in the ring, unless you're 65 years old. But I think even in that case, I think Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher could still go that long if they had to. All right, so we'll make that note and we'll get that fixed. And again, this is just how you learn. I have never done a WWF save before, everybody, so I am learning. All right, SD Jones versus Rick Rude here. And I put Bobby Heenan with Rick Rude right away. And I think that's the way it was done in the real world, too. So here's SD Jones, here's Rick Rude. And Rick Rude, of course, is going to get the win. And the game actually did the right thing and had him drop the title here before he made his debut. So, and SD Jones magically can't go 12 minutes now, too? Come on. Makes sense. I probably didn't pay much attention to it when I was making everybody an enhancement guys and editing their enhancement qualities, but we'll get it fixed. That's how we learn. All right, Ken Patera and the Honky Tonk Man. We're going to try to make them... Well, we'll see if we need to make up the time. I don't think we necessarily do. Patera versus Honky Tonk Man. And here's Ken Patera. And here is the Honky Tonk Man. Now we know that Ken Patera is in a feud with Bobby Heenan. So we're going to get Honky Tonk Man the win. And we're going to use that to help the feud with Ken Patera and have Bobby Heenan interfere. That would have gotten the crowd hot because they already hated Jimmy Hart, who's down there already. And now Bobby Heenan runs out and costs Patera the match. Good stuff. Classic WWF good stuff. All right, there we go. That one's all set. And up next, we got the Killer Bees and Demolition. We're going to leave this one open-ended because Demolition was dropping matches. It's not like they were winning every match on the road all the time. So we'll leave this one open. We'll let AI decide who wins. It doesn't matter to me. Either team getting the win is cool. All right, so that one is booked. The important part is that both the teams get the wins on television. All right, Tito Santana and Randy Savage here. And this ought to be a good one. And I think this one's going to go 18. Yes, here's Tito Santana. These two had an on and off again feud. In fact, I'm pretty certain that Tito Santana is who Randy Savage defeated for the Intercontinental Heavyweight title. All right, and we're going to have Randy Savage get the win here. He can go over clean. It's not going to hurt anything. These two are putting on a terrific bout. And we are going to do our 6-man tag match now. And of course, everybody, it is not a trios match. Goo! It's a 6-man tag. That's right. We're going to go a half hour with this match. Junkyard Dog's probably going to have a heart attack, but luckily it's a tag match, so he should be all right. So Butch Reed here. There's the natural. You know, a lot of people blast his WWF run. Outside of the goofy hair, I thought he had a great WWF run. And then here's Sheik and Volkoff. And now we have Junkyard Dog. And Jim Duggan. And the heavyweight champion of the world here in Hulk Hogan. And we got Reed, Sheik, Volkoff versus Junkyard Dog, Duggan, Hogan. And we'll even put Iron Sheik in there. All right, so here we go. Hulk Hogan is going to get the win, obviously. This one's going to be an epic. And we're ready to book. Beautiful. So we're just over 2 hours, 2 hours and 17 minutes. It's a great card. We're looking good here in the sports arena. All right, we're going to start this show. And there we go. Afi gets the win using that Superfly Splash. Remember, the WWF did the best they could to try to turn him into Superfly Snuka, including making him wear cheetah print trunks. All right. And Tony Rocco is acting as a road agent. So we're going to get Tony Rocco off as a road agent. Even though he's not doing a bad job, we didn't hire him to be a road agent. We just hired him to do enhancement matches for us. All right, the Glamour Girls get the win here. Red Text the Doom all over the place, but they defend their women's tag title. All right, 37 overall. And it's not a bad score for a ladies match. Not a bad score at all. Pardue inconsistency, McIntyre inconsistency. Fair enough. All right, up next here's Sam Houston makes his debut against Frenchy Martin. He wins with his half Boston Crab. Red Text of Doom, of course. And this is definitely not because of skill set. Sam Houston's definitely got the skill set. This is just due to popularity. And he'll get there. That's why we're going to keep running him on the house shows here and getting him wins on TVs. TV tapings, I should say, not TVs. Although he would be getting the win on multiple TVs. Multiple people would be watching those TVs. All right, up next here, Rick Rude makes his debut with Bobby Heenan. He wins with the Rude Awakening here over SD Jones. Rude gets a 75 here on his own. And again, it's probably a popularity thing. It's definitely not a skill thing. And 67 overall for these two. Let's see if there's anything that catches our eyes. Rick Rude is fatigued. That's all right. He'll heal up here. Overwhelmed by manager. Well, either way, that's neutralized out with manager chemistry, so whatever. All right, up next here, Honky Tonk Man and Ken Patera. They get a nice 75 here. Honky gets the win, of course, with Bobby Heenan interfering, and the Patera and Heenan family feud continues. Good stuff here. And Killer Bees and Demolition, 89 overall. Outstanding score for our tag match here. And Demolition gets the win with the Demolition decapitation. If everybody remembers that, that's what Axe would set up, or I'm sorry, Smash would set up the opponent in like a backbreaker, and then Axe would come off the second rope with the elbow. It's pretty cool. There's some more overwhelmed by manager BS. All right, up next here, Santana and Randy Savage. Savage gets the win with that flying elbow drop. A nice score at 86 here, 91-86, but only 86. That's a little surprising. That's probably because that manager crap, which is historically accurate, so I'm not going to change it. All right, up next here's our main event. Our main event only gets an 86. It's pretty surprising. Junkyard Dogs holding us down here. Hogan gets a 100. That's understandable with his popularity in the Southwest. Remember that our product is still heavily based on popularity. So, and we're going to keep it that way. Usually I mix it up, the classic balanced. Not here. We're going to keep it realistic for the WWF. You could be a crap worker and still be really popular in the WWF and make a lot of money. And that was proven many, many times over the years. All right, I'm a little disappointed on that main event score, but not too terribly disappointed. And remember, we're still favoring the main event to help boost the score overall, and we're probably going to leave it that way. I think it's going to work out best for the WWF because they do have some bad undercard matches. And not because the wrestlers are bad. They're bad undercard matches because the wrestlers aren't that popular yet. So a couple months into the save, that'll change. But of course, at the pace this save is going, a couple months in the save is probably going to be like 3.5 years. So we're going to go ahead and finish up the show here, everybody. We'll see how we did. And we got an 84. Surprisingly, we got no popularity gain. But we may have used all those up with television because you do get capped. So we are going to point out Jim Brunzell and B. Brian Blair. They did a terrific job. We're also going to point out, who else? Jim Duggan. Why not? Jimmy Duggan could use some encouragement. Great performance, good performance. We're going to make that speech. Brunzell is pleased, Blair is pleased, and Hacksaw is pleased. Feel free to put in a ho if you think you need to there. I wouldn't blame you. All right, tomorrow night in the game here, it'll actually be tonight as the game reloads, we have a show at the Entertainment and Convention Center in Duluth, Minnesota. And again, all of these dates and venues are historically accurate. This one's only a 7-match card, and it is another one where we're using the identical card that they used for the show. So we'll see how it goes, because Hercules and Billy Jack Haynes may not be that big. We'll see how it goes. But again, we're going to see that same ladies tag match used once again, because that's how they did it. All right, let's check our incoming here. Tony Rocco's doing some other work. Oh, we tried getting Brucey Pritchard, and he signed with PNW, Pacific Northwest Wrestling, which is a little ridiculous considering that we gave him a 5-year written contract offer. And the only reason I'm not the biggest Bruce Pritchard fan, the only reason I wanted to bring him in was to use him for realism for Houston wrestling, since it was that horrible commentary trio of he, Duke of Dorchester, what's that guy's name? Pete Doherty, and Mike McGurk. Of course, we already let Mike McGurk go. That's cool. We'll just run probably Okerlund and Lord Alfred Hayes or something. Might even use Paul Bosch. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. All right, we can delete all those. Jake Roberts is back and healthy. Let's see who's ready to sign here. We're going to sign Rip Oliver. And Rip Oliver is going to do some enhancement matches for us, just like he did in real life. And we will put him with semi-enhancement. That means he can work the house shows. Doesn't mean he's not going to lose on TV, because he will. But that means he's got the ability to work longer for the house shows. All right, we're back to the tour here, so it's going to be Thursday night. And this is good stuff, everybody. I'm telling you, I have had an absolute blast doing this. Let's take a look at Bruce Pritchard just for the heck of it. Wrong picture. I actually uploaded the proper picture for him. And yeah, he's got to deal with Pacific Northwest Wrestling on a handshake. Let's try again, just for the heck of it. And be whatever's needed, because he did wrestle every once in a while as Brother Love. And let's make that offer. Okay, you want $6,000 a month? I'll give you $6,000 a month. We'll make it official. We probably just got too late in the game on that one. It's probably all that happened. But what we can do is change his picture right now for the heck of it. So we can go into the editor here. And I will, we'll leave that sound on. It's not hurting anything. It drives me nuts, but I've never heard anybody complain. And there's his 87 picture. Got him in there. So they got some weird ones in here. Like a lot older pictures. Tried to fix a lot of that in the game. I'm sure many of you have noticed. So, okay, we got Bruce Pritchard fixed. And we're showing, 97 is coming tonight. We got a couple other contract offers out there, and it's mostly to fix previous mistakes I made where I didn't have, I had them in the editor properly, but I didn't have their contract right. So when the game started, like Tony Garea couldn't wrestle, even though we knew he was still wrestling. So it's stuff like that to fix up problems like that. Let's take a look here at the game world. See if anything catches our eye. Nothing catches our eye. Looks like Crockett was off last night. So that's going to do it for us, everybody. For those of you that are new to the channel, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button and drop us a message below. Let us know how you found the channel and what you think of it so far. And thank you for finding us and watching our show. For those of you that are looking for a little bit more and are looking to talk with us on social media, you can find us on Facebook.com/groups/1987Supermod. You can also find us over on Reddit under the subreddit of TEW 2020 Friends. For those of you that are looking for version 9 of the Supermod, head on over to braddrake.net, drop me a line. I'll be more than happy to send you a link to the database and the picture pack. Also, just so you know, version 10 is going to be out in just a couple days here, and it's going to be available on Patreon, and only on Patreon at first, probably for the first month or two, and you can find it on Patreon by going to patreon.com/PowerCast Network. We have packages starting out at just $5 a month, everybody. You'll have access to all the spreadsheets, the updates to the Supermod, and you'll also get all of our shows early and a lot of added other additional material. People that are on there seem to really like it, and it's working out very well for us and for them. So thanks once again, everybody, for tuning in. We'll be back in action tomorrow with more WWF. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.